up, move makers? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Moriah and I'm a regional flight attendant, and today I'm doing a 4-day trip. I did not have the chance to record this morning and show y'all how I got ready and everything. It was just a whole lot. But I am currently in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and I have 3 legs today. So I just came from Atlanta to Jacksonville, North Carolina, then I'm going back to Atlanta, then back to Jacksonville, North Carolina. So I will be staying there tonight, and I will catch y'all up on everything when I get there. Good morning. Here is my breakfast. I have some eggs with shredded cheese on top, some sausage, some yogurt, and some cranberry juice. What's going on, mood makers? And today is day 2 of my 4-day trip, and I didn't even get to catch you guys up on what happened on day 1. So let me tell y'all everything that happened. When I got to the airport, I had got random, in which is exactly what it says. It's when you randomly have to go through TSA and they have to check all your bags and stuff like that. It just keeps the flight attendants on point, making sure that you don't have anything that you shouldn't have in your bags. So after I went through that and I got cleared, I rushed to the gate and I was right there on time, and I checked in, got on board, and I met my flying partner. Like, great energy, I could feel it. As soon as she started speaking, I was like, we gonna be cool. So I put my bags up and I'm checking all of our different apps that we use in order to have a successful flight. And I noticed, like, in one of the apps where we can like communicate with like the pilots, the tower, all that good stuff, she had said, my flying partner had said that the other flight attendant, which is me, wasn't here yet. And I was like, what? And I was like, no, like, I'm definitely here. I'm on time. Like, I don't know what the issue is. And then, like, literally a minute later, she replied and said, oh, no, never mind, she's here. And I'm like, what? Like, that's kind of strange, because I wasn't late at all. So I was like, I don't know why that was reported to the tower, because then the tower can report to in-flight and say I wasn't reported on time and have me look crazy, and that's never been an issue with me. So I was like, okay, well, it shouldn't be an issue because I did definitely come in on time. So I was like, if it does become a later issue, I will handle it then. But I was like, we're about to board in like 15 minutes, so like, let's go ahead and get it done. Everything went well from the Atlanta to Jacksonville, North Carolina flight, but I did notice one passenger, like, she seemed like she was sweating and she was just kind of out of breath. And so I was just like, whoa, like, what's going on? So I'm talking to my flying partner, because she was sitting in first class and I was working in the back, and she was just like, oh, like, she's pregnant, and she was running to the gate and stuff to get on time with her and her husband. So, like, you know, she was just out of breath, and I was just like, oh gosh, like, you know, get her some ice chips, some ginger ale, like, whatever she needs. If you need help with her, let me know. The lady felt much better after that. I know she did get sick at one point and had to relieve that, but she was okay and everything worked out. And I'm so glad, because I don't have no experience, but I can only imagine pregnancy. Ugh, that's a lot. Then on my flight from Jacksonville, North Carolina back to Atlanta, there was a lady who, she was really sick. Like, you could tell, like, she doesn't fly very often. And she was just older lady, and I was just like, okay, like, again, let's get her something, some soda, some ginger ale or something to help calm her stomach. And it just wasn't working. She was profusely throwing up, and I was just like, I can't look at it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you throw it up, it's gonna make me throw up. So I can't look at it. So I was just like, But again, the lady was sitting in first class, so I wasn't working first class. But, you know, if my flying partner needed help, I would definitely help out. No problem. I would just try my hardest not to look at it. So other than that, everything was really smooth, and we were about to land. I'm like, yes, 2 legs down, 1 more to go. And the lady who was getting really sick earlier gets up and runs to the forward lavatory, and I'm like, ma'am, hold on, what's going on? My flying partner calls me and is like, did you just see that lady run to the bathroom? Like, what should I do? And I'm like, get her out the bathroom. She needs to get out because we're about to land. Like, I can see the land. We need to hurry up and get her out. So she's knocking on the door and telling her like, ma'am, like, you have to get out, you have to get out. And she was like, okay, well, I can just sit in the bathroom. No. So we're like, ma'am, no, like, you can't sit in the bathroom. Like, you have to come out and be seated. We'll give you another bag if you need to, and if you want to just throw up, like, you can just have the bag right there, you know. And it was just a whole mess at first, but she eventually came out, got buckled in, and was ready to land. I also just wanted to mention real quick about last night when I went out with my flying partner, because she brought up the situation where she mentioned to the tower and stuff in the group messages that I was just talking about how I was late. And she was like, oh yeah, like, I accidentally sent that message. The captain told me not to send it yet because technically, you know, you weren't late. And I was like, yeah, like, I know I wasn't late. So I was like really thrown off when I seen it. And she was like, yeah, it was an accident. And I was like, it's okay, girl, it's okay. But we just gonna keep it cute because this is a 4-day trip, and you know, that's just what we gonna do. All right, last thing before I head out and start my day 2, my girl had hit me up and was like, hey, are you working a Dayton, Ohio trip later tonight? And I was just like, yeah, like, what's up? She was like, I think I'm working that flight with you. I was like, what? Stop it. So I'm looking at my schedule, I'm updating it, and I see her on my trip. So I'm so excited. I can't wait to show you her. She's amazing, and I'm just so excited to fly with her. This is my first time ever flying with somebody that I actually know, so I'm super, super excited. I'm flying back today from Jacksonville, North Carolina to Atlanta. So I'm flying with my regular flying partner, and then I'm gonna meet my friend who's gonna be joining me for that last leg from Atlanta to Dayton, Ohio. So we're gonna be flying partners for the rest of the trip, and I can't wait to show y'all everything that we do. What's going on, mood makers? I have made it back to Atlanta, and now I'm about to get ready for my flight to go to Dayton, Ohio. Y'all, my last flight was a whole lot. I'm gonna have to debrief and tell you guys all about it once I get to my hotel. But first, I gotta show you my friend who I'm flying with today. Hi. Hey, Justice. This is my girl, Justice, y'all. Like, absolutely love her. Her energy is amazing. Like, we just click so good. Hey. Good morning. I got some breakfast going on. I have a cheese omelet, turkey sausage, and an English muffin, and some yogurt, and of course my juice, child. On my first leg yesterday, where I was flying from Jacksonville, North Carolina back to Atlanta, I was working the forward and my flying partner was working in the back. And now this wasn't my girl Justice, who I'm flying with now. This is a different person. And she was just panicking because she saw one of our passengers she thought was intoxicated, basically. And I was just like, are you sure? Because I saw him earlier, but I thought it was more like a mental health issue, in which, you know, it's okay. But she kept saying like, no, I think something's wrong with him. I think he's intoxicated or he's about to throw up. And I was like, wait, what? So then we had to get the supervisor from like the gate agent and everything to come and check out the passenger. She said, well, he was fine, he seemed okay, he was talking normally. And that's what I thought too. I thought he was just fine, but she just was real like adamant about the situation and was just like, no, I think there's just something wrong with him. And I was just like, I think he's fine. Like, if we do have an issue, we can settle that. But there was nothing that was really like concerning at the time. So I was just like, girl, like, it's okay, just relax. Then once we got up in the air, there was a lot of turbulence, but it was manageable turbulence. Like, we could definitely still do service and it would have been just fine. But again, my flying partner was panicking and was just like, I don't know, we can't do service. Nope, we gotta make an announcement. And I was telling her, no, the captain just called and he said it is gonna be a little rocky throughout the flight, but it is up to our discretion if we want to do service. So I did let her know, like, if you don't want to do service, that's okay, but I'm still gonna serve first class because it's a lot easier. You don't have to, of course, have the cart or anything like that. It's with a silver tray, so it's a lot easier. But if she wasn't comfortable, I wasn't gonna force her to do it. But it was just like a lot because of her energy, and she was just like panicking. And I was just like, you can't panic, because as flight attendants, if we panic, the passengers are gonna panic, and that's like the worst thing you can possibly do. So it was just like, please, like, just try to calm down. So that was my main goal, just trying to calm her down throughout the flight. Now, there was one point where turbulence was pretty bad, so I told her to come back from serving, and the captain had called, and he was like, yeah, just sit down for a second. And I was just like, yeah, I should calm down within like 2 minutes or so. And it did. And then she was just like, okay, well, I don't know, the turbulence is still pretty bad, so I think like I'm not gonna even take people's trash. And I was like, whoa, like, you know, you can definitely still walk down and get the trash, because it would be a lot of trash if people just left it in their seats. And I'm just trying to be a team player, because I know the cleaning crew comes on right after us, after we land, and it's just like they have so much to clean. And if we just added more trash on top of that, like, that's just a lot. But again, I told her, I said, if you're not comfortable, no problem, I will do it. I will take the trash. It's not a big deal. Like, I will just walk down and get it. And then as I was making the announcement, she ran up, oh, I'll do it. It's not that bad. And I was like, yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. Like, just relax. Like, we're gonna be fine. Like, these pilots know what they're doing. Their training is very intense. Like, they got this. All in all, I'm glad everything worked out. I'm just so glad that flight was over with. Now I'm flying with Justice, and we just have like the same energy. Like, we really feed off of each other, work together. And that's what I really appreciate, because at the end of the day, it's about teamwork, and you gotta get the job done. But anyway, you guys, today is day 3 of my 4-day trip. So tomorrow is go home day for me. Today I'm traveling from Dayton, Ohio back to Atlanta, Atlanta to Augusta, Augusta to Atlanta again, and then from Atlanta to Gulfport, Maine. So that's where I will be doing my layover tonight. Today's our longest day, but we're gonna just push through. Hopefully everything goes well. Hopefully there's no delays. I'm gonna pray on it, speak positive about it. We just got to see how it goes. But anyway, guys, I will keep y'all updated, and I will see y'all in Gulfport, Maine. Move makers, we are officially back in Atlanta, and child, this flight, girl.
We had to pull out the wheelchair that we used on the plane.
Thank you.
All right, you guys are welcome. Okay.
All right. All right.
So we had to pull that out to get this lady to the top, because she couldn't walk up there, and it was just ghetto.
Yes, we have never done that before. Like, when we request wheelchairs, usually the chairs are there so that passengers that need them, they can just go ahead and go on. But y'all,
She was super sweet though.
Yeah, she was really, really nice. I really did appreciate her, but it was just crazy. Especially since we have another flight going to Augusta in about like just a few minutes. We're about to board. So we're about to get ready for that flight. It's gonna be a little bumpy, but it's gonna be quick. So we're gonna get it done. And hopefully, because we got a lot of specials on this flight too.
We got so much going on this flight.
Yeah, so we just gonna see, but we're gonna hope for the best.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see y'all hopefully once we get back to Atlanta and everything is smooth. Good morning, move makers. Today is go home day, and I am eating breakfast. I have a bagel, some turkey sausage, and some eggs. And my girl Justice is gonna be joining me. So I am so excited to go home. I'm dead tired. You can see it on my face, y'all. Like, I am dead tired. My eyeballs hurt. But we gonna push through, get these 3 legs done. I am in Gulfport, Mississippi, and going back to Atlanta to Tallahassee, Florida. From there, going back to Atlanta, and then I'm all done. So I will also brief y'all about what happened yesterday, because it was a lot. I dealt with my first drunk passenger, and yeah, that was an experience. Yesterday was really long. We had 4 legs, of course, and we made it through, but I had to deal with my very first intoxicated passenger. At first, neither me or my flying partner knew he was intoxicated, because it wasn't like he was just like, woo, and like slurring his words or anything like that. He was more like kind of just being funny and like friendly. So we're like, oh, okay, ha, 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 cool. And he came on the aircraft and he was just saying, oh, I don't know what seat I'm in. I was supposed to get a seat assignment and I didn't get a seat assignment. And we're like, what? So looked him up. We're like, okay, cool. Like, you're sitting in an extra row. cool. So he goes and sits down because he was just like, oh, well, can I sit in first class? Like, I think I should be really sitting in first class. And I'm just like, no, you're not in first class. Turns out I actually had a first class seat still open after boarding was completed. And I felt bad for him a little bit because he was slightly, you know, inconvenienced because he was rushing to get to our aircraft and everything like that. And he just seemed like he was just kind of like discombobulated because he was rushing. So I was just like, you know, so to be nice, I was just like, you know, it's the last flight of the day and we do have an open seat. Like, come on, like, you can come sit up here. Like, it's no problem. After we landed, I opened the door and the jet bridge is coming. So everything is just flowing. And I hear the man just saying, go first, go first. I'm telling you to go first. And he's like yelling that at the other passenger he was just talking to. And I'm like, oh, sir, first off, you're not going to take that tone with nobody on this aircraft. Second, we are waiting to deplane, so just hold on. As soon as this jet bridge come on, you're the one that's going first. So he's just like, oh, okay. I was just telling him to go first. I'm letting him go first. And I'm like, okay, like, obviously, like, you're intoxicated, and I really wish I wasn't nice and left you back in the seat you were in. As soon as they had the jet bridge connected to the aircraft, I said, sir, let's go. Like, it's time to go. And he was like trying to pick up some ice that had fell on the ground. And I was like, don't worry about it. Keep going. Just get off the plane. Because I'm like, no, like, what in the world? And now, like, I regret even giving you an upgrade when you were acting like that. You know what I'm saying? So I am definitely probably not going to do that anytime soon, is upgrade nobody's seat, unless, you know, I could tell for sure that they aren't intoxicated or nothing. Like, they just genuinely were inconvenienced and stuff like that, and I can help make their day better. Other than that, I am not upgrading no more seats because I just regret that so much, and I really feel bad for the passenger he was talking to because that was unacceptable. But anyway, you guys, that was the only passenger that gave me a problem that whole entire trip. Crazy. But other than that, I just had an instance where I was at Buffalo Wild Wings with my flying partner and my first officer, and of course it's going to take 35 minutes for takeout. And so we're just like, oh gosh, it was just a lot. And I ordered cauliflower wings, so they're not even real chicken wings, it's cauliflower. And I had to wait out of everybody to get my food, and I was just like, what is going on? Like, it's vegetables, but it's okay. We got our food finally, and we're able to make it on the plane, eat on the plane, and just kind of enjoy our little break before we had our last flight of the day. So Buffalo Wild Wings, just can you help me get some cauliflower wings a little bit quicker? That's all I want. I'm not gonna lie though, those cauliflower wings were really good. So if you haven't checked them out, definitely check them out. Other than that, you guys, I am ready to go ahead and get day 4 over with, go home day. I am flying from, where am I? I am flying from Gulfport, Mississippi to Atlanta to Tallahassee, back to Atlanta. So Tallahassee to Atlanta, you know, those are really quick flights. So I'm excited to get this day going so I can get back home and enjoy the holiday. I will see y'all once I make it back to Atlanta. Hey move makers, as you can see, I have made it back home. This was a very interesting 4-day trip, but I would say the most positive thing happened on my very last leg. On my last leg, I am working first class, so I'm greeting everybody as they're boarding, and I see the guy who the whole incident happened with, the drunk passenger, and the drunk passenger was like yelling at this man. I saw the man who was being yelled at, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And he was like, yeah, I just flew with you yesterday. And I was just like, yes. And I was like, again, I am so sorry all that happened to you. And he was like, don't worry about it. He was like, I fly all the time. He was like, I've seen crazier things. So he was like, it's completely okay. But I was like, whatever you need, let me know. And again, he was flying first class, so I just made sure, like, whatever drinks, whatever snacks, like, he got it because he deserved it after that whole entire incident. Other than that, everything went really well. I had so much fun flying with my girl Justice, so I hope we get to fly again soon. I also hope that you guys had a great holiday and a happy new year. I'm so excited to go into 2022, continuing my flight attendant journey, and I got a lot of other things planned, so stay tuned. Thank you so much for rocking with me this year and hopefully next year. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, follow me on social media. I will see y'all next week and in next year. Bye.